About that, I want your opinion on one more thing. Do you think there's any connection between the explosion and Lev's disappearance? You might as well ask Laura and her cards about that. It's impossible to say at this stage. But it's always a good idea to observe how people behave in situations like this. Stress and pressure magnify the things we like to keep hidden. Thanks for the advice. What's your next move? There are two people I haven't talked to yet. Sem and Istvan. You better be careful around Istvan. He has absolute power in the city, a volatile temper, and armed men at his disposal. Sem's both odd and harmless. They both might have some valuable information. Besides, at this point, you should collect what you can from all available sources. That's my plan. I enjoy talking with people too much to stop anyways. I'd better leave you now. Thanks again for your help. Don't mention it. It was nice talking to you Galen. We'll meet again at the party in the bathhouse tonight. Oh, party with Kaz in a bathhouse? Oh, Galen, this might be your lucky day. This might be your lucky day, bro. We will. I enjoyed chatting with you too. Where should I go next? Let's visit Sem. I don't think Istvan likes me very much. I think I might have more success with Sem. Besides, he's not too bad looking in the eyes either. Although, it's mostly when he's smiling. He looks better when he's smiling, not when he's frowning. I don't know what it is about him, but he looks almost, not quite, but almost kind of like Jonathan in Stranger Things. Kind of, not really. The eyes aren't quite the same, but everything else about him, I don't know. I know Lev is a recluse, but I also know you two spoke from time to time. That's why I'm here. What I'm saying is he's been more antisocial than usual. He's paid more attention to dogs than to people. So, just like you. I have my reasons, Doctor. Please, it's Galen. Right. I have my reasons to prefer the kennels to the inn, Galen. Lev's reasons, however, beats me. My guess is it had some connection to Kala. Maybe. Why are you so interested in Lev? Help Slava. Get the treasure, duh. Solve the mystery. I want to get to the bottom of this. The only other person who seems competent enough to do it is Cassia. Unfortunately, he doesn't seem interested in doing his job, so I took the initiative. What do you want to know? When was the last time you saw Lev? We came across him that night he disappeared. By we, I assume you mean you and your dogs. Who else? Anything unusual happen? It was a strange night, disturbing for the dogs. Look, I already told Yanni about it and I don't feel like repeating myself. Even if it helps me find Lev, I don't enjoy long talks, Galen. Listen, you probably think my sole goal in life is to be a nuisance to you, but that's hardly the case. I just need information. On the other hand, a social butterfly like you probably doesn't know anything, and I really am wasting my time. Maybe you are. Or maybe you're too afraid to spill something that might put your hiney in danger. You've been awfully jittery since I came, provoking me by calling me a coward. Everyone's afraid of something, especially around here. But you, my friend, it's clear you're running from something. And you got that from my reluctance for petty gossip? Very well, if it's hearsay you want, get that notebook of yours ready. Oh, I'm counting on more than mere hearsay. Hit me. Have you noticed that Yacone likes to distance herself from her people and their silly traditions? I thought that was a front, so I got her drunk. Before she came to the city, she was training to be a wise woman. She was? She came here to study the caves, but had a sudden change of heart after signing her compact. Now, spirituality is the least of her concerns. You got her drunk just for that? I like to know what kind of people I'm dealing with. Can't say I've never used the method. Who else did you get drunk? Slava, Laura, Cassia, Constance? There's only so much you can do in the dead season, and everyone is something they want to forget. Smart move for a man who supposedly only knows how to deal with dogs. Cassia and Constance can drink like fish and stay sober, but you can still piece a lot together. And people say you're a hermit. I can't believe nobody managed to see through your facade. I understand the value of information. I socialize when it's necessary. Like right now, by feeding me rumors about others to divert attention from yourself. Don't think I haven't noticed. Yet you play along. I tell you a thing or two about a few people. You stop asking about my past, a fair deal. Agreed. Let's start with Slava. She and Lev were true scholars, turned treasure hunters. When Lev lost his sanity, she became the innkeeper to save them from starvation. Yes, I know. Was she an archaeologist like her husband? A cartographer, apparently. A good one. Back in her homeland, she used to sail with royal explorers, charting unknown waters. She lived that life for Lev. Abandoning a life adventure for this must have required remarkable devotion. An educated woman agreed to servitude to save a crazy husband? Calling her devoted is an understatement. I'd be surprised if she didn't regret it by now. Is that why she's friends with Laura? They share similar stories? Laura's family are nobles who do business with the bank on a regular basis. She came here as an envoy to negotiate some kind of trade agreement. In the end, she became the bargain, forced to sign a compact to seal the deal. What? Was she taken hostage as a guarantee? The merchants wanted to manifest their power, turn a highborn into a clerk. Some considered it excessive, but one ambitious figure insisted on doing it anyway. Istvan. Indeed. Spirits. Terrible, yes, knowing Laura's past makes it easy to endure her constant nagging. I feel like I just took a stroll up and down the sewers. I suspect you don't know any happy secrets? I'm afraid that was the last juicy piece. As for others, do your own homework. That's disappointing. I was expecting to hear something about Yanni. It's too soon for me to know much about her. But it's obvious she carries secrets, possibly dangerous ones. What makes you think that? She's cold and disciplined in a way that suggests training. She was taught how to stay composed and focused. She also tried to traverse the desert on her own, on foot. That makes her either suicidal or desperate. She doesn't strike me as the former, and her desperate people are always dangerous. Fair enough, you've earned your right to be left in peace. I only have one more question, Sem. It's been bothering me ever since I learned Lev was visiting your dogs. Did he ever want to use them in his quest for Kala? Did he ask you for permission? No, never. But even if he did, my permission wouldn't matter. I doubt you could force them to help him. They do whatever they want, and help only if they want to help. I see. But on a theoretical level, do you think they could do that? Track down an object? If they weren't so stressed, perhaps. They're not tracking dogs, and the warmth and strong smells of the city dull their senses. Stressed? Ever since the night Lev vanished, whatever they sensed, it scared them. They haven't recuperated. Thank you. I think I took enough of your time already. I know you're not used to having visitors. Not anymore. Everyone's suddenly taking interest in what I have to say. Really? Like who? Your friend Yanni likes talking to me. Ooh, the chief of the guard came to the other day as well. Yanni can be charming company indeed. I even have a few ideas about why she came. But what did Cassio want? He was asking about the dogs, like you. He wanted to know if it was possible to track down Lev with their help. Of course. Well, is it? I told him the same thing I just told you. The dogs are stressed and won't cooperate. But, I mean, if they're concerned about Lev, wouldn't they want to find Lev? It'd be also difficult for them to distinguish Lev's scent after so many days. Alright. Pity. Indeed. Galen, can I ask you a favor? Of course. I'll help if I can. Some of the pups have become apathetic. They don't eat. Sometimes they get aggressive towards me and the rest of the pack. I was wondering if you could have a look at them, just in case. Oh, I thought you were the expert here. I'm not a doctor, and I'm afraid I could be overlooking some obvious physical cause. It could be that they have, I don't know, parasites? Maybe you should check their, you know. Of course, I'll help Sam out. I can't promise anything, as this is beyond my area of expertise, but I can at least take a look. Thank you, Galen. I appreciate it. You begin with this one. He fell ill first. Did his behavior change? He became aggravated for no apparent reason. Now he refuses to eat or go for a walk. Same for the others. Did you change their diet or anything else in their daily routine? No. Well, I can see he's exhausted. Now he is. He was irritated and aggressive a bit ago. Aggressive? Did he attack someone? No, but they all bark at people. This one growled at Constance this morning when we passed her in the market, and then at me when I tried to calm him down. Cheeky little thing. I know far less about dogs than you, to be honest. I don't see any physical causes for alarm. He seems well fed and in good health. He is. But I can prepare something that might help them relax. Herbs? Yes, don't worry, I'll adjust the dosage so there should be no negative side effects. I'll get back to you later today. Thanks. Don't mention it. I'm sorry I can't be more help. Is there something else? Yes, they usually get jumpy as the solstice approaches, but this year it's really bad. It worries me. Smart creatures. Then, just like us, they're aware that something strange is going on and they can do little to prevent it. It's both frustrating and infuriating. You were talking about the saboteur? Yes, you seem quite calm about all this. Worrying about crazy people helps no one. You think we're dealing with an insane person? Destroying the city from within in the middle of the true winter is suicide. What if it's not? Perhaps the saboteur knows something we don't. All crazy people think that. Lev, for example, thought the dogs knew the secrets he was looking to uncover. Maybe they do. You yourself said the dogs react to the solstice each year. Indeed they do. Do you know why? Lev thought they had some kind of special connection to Kala. Really? Do you agree with him? Lev saw hidden meanings in everything. These dogs are just a local breed. Of course they're attuned to seasonal changes. You're probably right. It's the same with the plants, you know. They adapted to the city's internal cycles and... Demons! The greenhouse plants! I won't keep you if you need to water them or something. Something like that. Goodbye, Sem. Thanks for answering my questions. Goodbye, Doctor. What a strange man. Oh, I think we're actually becoming friends with Sem, too. It's much worse than I thought. Several plants are already showing signs of necrosis. Some are beyond aid. The tropical species suffered the most. The greenhouse climate control system offered no protection. This is very odd. The temperature drop must be slight and fairly recent. Cellular damage should be occurring at a much slower pace, unless it's the water. Water could carry the damaging agent directly to the system, bypassing external defenses. That would explain the speed of the alterations, like the bathwater. You better be wrong about this, Galen. This is bad. I didn't notice. Someone is slowing down the currents, binding them with magic. Alright, get a grip. Countering the effect will be tedious, but water magic is your specialty. I do know magic! That probably can't be said about the conjurer who did this. Preparations are in order so I can perform the water quickening ritual. But the plant's already dying, so that's top priority. 3 specimens have been affected the most. I can't save them all. But spirits. I won't let the saboteur destroy the garden. Not on my watch. Don't worry, babies. Restoring vital force is one of the things I do best. One of you will feel much better in a second. But which should I choose? There's the water flame, also known as the healer's friend. It saved countless lives. That might be very important. A very potent antidote, even without refining. If applied quickly, it will neutralize most toxic agents. With a little bit of magic, it can heal even major wounds. That sounds really useful. Then, the white myrrh, famous mainly for its hallucinogenic properties. A posh recreational drug popular among high society and students. Expensive unless you know how to grow it, and they taught us that at the academy. Joke's on you, rich folk. What most people don't know is that it's also a catalyst that can help you lose weight, or enhance your magical talent. The last one is sweet anise, or the stealth killer, a dangerous poison which, unfortunately enough, tastes fantastic. It's not a plant, it's a weapon. The best thing to be said about this little demon is that it kills instantly. There's no time to lose, I need to choose. The healing plant. Yeah, I feel like I'm more of a healing plant. I think this would be a lot more useful. More about healing than hurting. Magical drug seems interesting too, but I'm going to choose the healing plant. Water flame is the best choice. It'll come in handy if the saboteur decides to poison the drinking water and kill us all in one blow. Let's hope I won't have to use it anytime soon. Let's work some magic and save a plant's life. Oof. Live! Is that how you cast magic? There, I think it worked. I feel a bit weak though. It was more draining than expected. The curse must be pretty strong. I'm glad there's a party tonight. I need to relax and recharge. I hope there won't be any more surprises. I don't know about that, Galen. This is one of the focal points of the flow system sustaining the city. A point of access to the waters for small flow adjustments. It had a couple fail-safe mechanisms and at least a dozen filters. The first of the 3 safety barriers must be gone. That couldn't have been an accident. Destroying this was no easy task. It must have been taken days of precise work and knowledge to execute. I feel so sorry for the person who did this. They won't survive if the city fails. How desperate must one be to do something like this? They must see no other way out of their misery. I wish I could just talk to them. As for the leak, I can block it for now. The flow can only be repaired from the control chamber, though. I need to find it soon. If our mysterious saboteur has gone through such effort as this, there's no reason for them to stop now. The control chamber is the only way to assess the extent of their actions. Gah, is it a lunatic day? You won't last through the true winter if you're speaking to yourself already. You're coming back from Istvan, I presume? I wish. At least Istvan's predictable. Sem just came at me out of the blue, with a knife. You must have done something to aggravate him that much. We just talked. I suggested something and he attacked me. What was it? I wanted to organize a dogfight, like the tribes have. Normally I prefer the merchant's idea of fun, but in the dead season we have nothing else. You suggested a dogfight to the resident dog person? No wonder he got angry. That's the understatement of the winter. He could have just said no, you know. I tried to calm him down, but he was in some sort of trance. His eyes were glazed, his face was all red. Something seriously wrong with him. You sure he didn't say anything else? It seems so unlike Sem. The only thing that could count as an insult was that I told him he treats those flea bags as if they were his family. And this isn't even the first time this has happened. Just ask Cassia. Oh no. I know that look. You're falling for him already. I've seen the way he stares at you. Let me tell you, that's not necessarily a good thing. I'm merely stating that there's usually more than one version of a story. Frankly speaking, dogfights are cruel. Sem is a bit odd. Did you say he stares at me? Does he really stare at me? Why would he do that? You're spending way more time with machines than you should. He likes you, in his creepy way. But I barely know him. Yeah. Just don't forget the madman will draw a knife on you at the first sign of disagreement. He might seem like a nice remedy for boredom right now, but do yourself a favor and wait for someone better. You know why I decided to stay in the city? Everything's here. Entertainment, soft beds, fancy clothes, not to mention the booze selection. You could do whatever you want here. But now it's getting colder by the day. We're spinning our wheels and Sem won't even consider using the dogs for a show. Constance is throwing a party tonight. Isn't that enough for you? Drinking and meeting the same people I see every day at the inn? Joy, oh joy. The drinks are over at the edge of the basin. Please help yourselves. Yanni, so gracious of you to come. You look better by the day. I hope the doctor won't object to you having some wine. I would never do such a cruel thing. On the contrary, she may need some warming up after all she went through. Marvelous. Let's all use this evening to dull our senses. A bit of wine would be lovely, though. Thank you, Constance. My pleasure. I'll make sure everyone else is fine, and be back to chat in a little while. Please, feel at home. It's a party, so let's keep things light and fun. What did you find out about the explosion? Let's keep things light and fun! Let's get to business. Do you have any clues as to who did it? Not so fast. Why are you so sure this was a sabotage and not a random malfunction? These things were not built to fail randomly. So unless you're really terrible at your job and broke them yourself. You know, now that I think of it, I haven't seen you doing any actual maintenance work. I'll let that slide, since you've clearly had one drink too many. If only the saboteur was so careless. So you agree there is one? Yes, someone worked meticulously to destroy the first barrier. At this rate, they'll destroy the city before the true winter ends. We need to stop them. That's all you've got? We need to stop them? Brilliant. Oh, please, if you manage to solve the case, feel free to enlighten me. I'll show you what I can as soon as I analyze the waters. Did you remember to bring something to take a sample? Here's a flask. Let me just fill it, but please be careful. Treat it like you would a bottle of wine. I hate to break it to you, Yanni, but you're not funny at all. Please stop trying. Come to the greenhouse tomorrow and we'll run some tests. I'll be there first thing in the morning. Now that we have that settled, I'm going to enjoy this party. What? Did you think I'd crouch here and plot with you the whole night? I thought we might keep our eyes open while we mingled. I'm not telling you to work, or, chances forbid, stay sober. Just keep your wits. Yes, right. See you, Yanni. Hey, this party was supposed to break the grim mood that fell over us yesterday. No worshipping, no whispering or suspicious glances, friends. Let us all enjoy each other's company, mingle and forget your problems for one evening, please. Wiser words were never spoken. Lead me to the food trays. I'll join you in a moment. I have to admit, having everyone in one place is a great opportunity for observation. There's Cassia. Maybe he learned something new since we last spoke. Looks like he's leaving, though. I would certainly like to know where he's wandering off to in the middle of the party. But seems Galen's already on it. Nice. Galen's moving in. Oh, how romantic. Talking with the head of the guard in the moonlight. His white, pale skin shining in the moonlight. Leaving so soon? Galen. Are you sure it's a good idea to leave all those people without protection? That lot? They'll manage just fine without me. Maybe they will, but don't be surprised by me saying, I told you so, if there's another system malfunction and somebody just, I don't know, spontaneously combusts. That was good, Cassia. I didn't realize you knew how to joke. My compact clearly states I must uphold the highest standards of behavior, both as city officials and representative of families, which requires me to look very serious at all times. Really? Why so serious? Of course not. Now, can you tell me why you're following me? I was curious as to why you left so suddenly. Can I get you a drink? Or two? Why do you care? Party with you. Ask you about new clues. To party with you. Because I wanted to party with you. It's the first party since I came here, and I didn't even have the chance to chat with you. You were too busy talking to every single person you bumped into. It's called mingling. You should try it. So you just want to party with me? Is that really it? Yeah. Actually, I'd like that, but I have something I have to take care of right now. And it can't wait? Precisely. I admit I can't stop thinking about the investigation either. It feels like a game and I want to win. Soon, it'll occupy your minds even more. You'll begin to notice new scenarios, details you've missed. That's a good sign, Galen. You're experiencing what it feels like to be a true detective. And here I was thinking that what I'm experiencing is being too sober. My brain might be playing detective, but I just wanted to shut up for a few hours. Believe me, Galen, I'd love to drink with you and make you shut up. In many ways, but not tonight. Oh, snap! Oh, snap! Be still your heart, Galen. This very handsome, charming ginger in front of you in the shining moonlight. Oh yeah? Making me shut up may prove difficult, even for someone with your ego. If one method fails, I'll try a different approach. Fighting crime teaches perseverance, Doctor. Really? Meanwhile, my profession taught me to be observant and thorough. The craft of my people is nothing but one big lesson in imagination. All very useful in lovemaking. What? Lovemaking? Huh? You didn't mean... You weren't talking about... About what? Nothing. I hate this place and the ridiculous way people talk in circles and act so surprised when someone's being direct. You need to relax, you think too much. I appreciate your directness. Gah, that was a very cruel joke, Kaz. Sorry, I'll make it up to you soon. Oh. How soon? You bet you will. Well, I'm sorry to end this lovely talk, but I really need to go. I understand. I'll head back then. I really hope you do. If you intend to follow me, I may be forced to arrest you for obstructing my investigation. Oh, does that mean you have to handcuff me, Kaz? I mean, if that's the case, maybe following you and getting arrested isn't really that bad of an idea. So please, stay away. Yeah, bye. Whatever it is you're hiding, you won't keep it secret for long. Nice. Oh, I really like the chemistry of these two. Finally, free booze. Now I can face whatever uptight company the city throws at me. Though I don't think one glass will be enough if Yanni or Laura corner me here. Hey, Slava, how are you holding up? Great, great. People are drinking all around me and I can join in without worrying about whether everyone's fed or has their glasses full. I see you found the liquor. That I have. You're not really having fun, are you? How could I? At least at the inn I had work to take my mind off Lev. Now I keep thinking something horrible must have happened to him. Any news? No, this not knowing is driving me crazy. Did you find anything out by chance? I'm sorry, it's only been 2 days. I need a drink. Couldn't agree more. If you want to take your mind off things, this is the best remedy. Follow me. Yanni, are you enjoying yourself? It's so fluid. I love how seamless this game jumps between the two characters. It's really, really well done. I'm very impressed. I've never been, not since Tales of the Borderlands, that I have this really awesome situation going between two characters, and it's super fun and super unique in a visual novel. Yes, you certainly know how to keep the city's morale in check. You seem lost in thought. Is something bothering you? It's nothing. I'm just wondering. Kala, what do you think it is? Explosion, what do you think caused it? Kala, what do you think it is? I was wondering about Kala. It drove Lev mad, yet nobody seems to know much about it. Do you have any idea what it is? What do you want it to be? What do you mean? I was trained in local folklore and storytelling, so I can tell marvelous tales about Kala. There was one about a girl searching for Kala and a lecherous hermit. Istvan's brother particularly liked it, but I think the knight's too young for that story. Choose another one then, a true one if you may. That's the point, there are none. Kala's just one more lie the family's told to attract travelers to the city. It adds to the exotic flavor. Now, please excuse me, I think Slava's glass needs filling. That's exactly what I mean. It's hard for them to relax with all the compacts and general drama on their heads. You should meet my tribesmen. Years of oppression and martyrdom did wonders for their social skills. Wonders. Yet here you are, drinking like a fish and being lovely and snarky at the same time. I give you 10 minutes until you start making out with someone in a corner. Too bad the selection's so limited. Unlike some people, I'm not desperate to get all touchy-feely with a bunch of misfits. Misfits? What a cruel thing to say. If we're misfits, what does that make you? I try very hard to fill the shoes of an exotic girl from the wild north. Dangerous and untamed. Oh, I do enjoy a bit of role-playing every now and then. I mean, you missed the chance in getting handcuffed by Kaz, so unfortunately, let me be the ignorant newcomer from the south. Tell me, mysterious girl, what kind of pagan abominations are we dealing with? You lost me there. My plants, the ones I've been taking such good care of, have started dying recently. Any ideas what might have caused it? Bah! You're no better than the previous doctor. You pretend to be easygoing, but inside you constantly obsessing about your work. Was he really that much fun? He was the worst. Once he jumped at me with his little notepad and began asking all sorts of questions about the northern flora. I can imagine how very helpful you were with his research. What did you tell him? That the only thing that grows around here is my disdain for fools like him. Ouch. But scholars tend to be like that, you know. So is that the case? Is there no native vegetation? Even with the hot springs and proper soil? Proper soil and proper curse. The ground here is tainted, so no, nothing grows. Are you sure you should be drinking so fast? You're getting a little wobbly. I am not getting wobbly. Well, maybe a little bit, only because I mixed this purple stuff with some of that earthy blue thing. Besides, the drinking skills of my people are legendary. We have strong heads and strong stomachs. Eesh, You got drunk quickly. Constance's drinks are no joke. Ah, but I'm prepared for that. This little concoction will get me sober in no time. Just watch.